Hey everybody, Aaron here from the Cool Guys Nation, and welcome to a special Hobby Top video. Today we're going to be taking a look at a product from a company called Printable Scenery. Now Printable Scenery is based out of New Zealand, and they make 3D files that you can print on your 3D printer, and from their name, as you can tell, it's mostly scenery. Now they have both fantasy and sci-fi scenery, and their scenery is incredible. If you want to find out more about Printable Scenery, there's going to be links below. You can also go to Kickstarter and search Printable Scenery. By the time this video goes up, I think their current Kickstarter might be ended. There might be maybe a day or two left if you're lucky and you see this right at the beginning. But they've raised, I think, over $40,000 for their latest set, and their latest set is pretty incredible. So when I'm done showing this first piece of scenery that I'm in the process of building, I will also go to their website and show you some other stuff that they're working on. So let's take a look at what we have in front of us. So if you're familiar with my channel, you might have seen my Form 2 resin 3D printer, and I'm doing lots of projects on it, but one of the projects that I'm doing is fantasy terrain from Printable Scenery. Now they were very kind, and even though I have purchased their latest Kickstarter in full, maximum level, because I want all their stuff, it's amazing. These people really need your support. He also gave me one of his older Kickstarters for free, which includes a bunch of buildings, and we can go over what those buildings are. I decided as my first project, I was going to start with the Tower Observatory, and it's not complete. These are just the raw pieces, and I'm going to go through and take a look at them. I do have one piece that my printer made an error on that I need to fix, which I will do later. But what we're going to be doing on Cool Guys Nation is we are going to be picking a couple of their builds. Probably we're going to do this one again and maybe a few others, and I'm going to go step by step how to print 3D scenery from printablescenery.com, and then how to paint them and play with them and use them. So I'm really excited for these videos. I've been putting a lot of time to this test my first 3D print, A, because I'm new to 3D printing and I have a lot to learn myself, and B, I've never printed anything on this scale, so I'm also learning. So as I learn, I will help you guys learn. And 3D printing is an amazing, amazing accessory if you are a tabletop wargamer. It opens up a whole new spectrum of things that you can do, from conversions to scenery to making your own miniatures and printing them. You can do all sorts of amazing stuff. So we're going to go ahead and take a closer look at this first print that I'm working on. The next video, I'm going to be reprinting this piece here, and we're going to go through what the steps is of printing that, and then we are going to do cleaning up your print, priming your print, and painting your print, so you have a beautiful piece of scenery on the table. All right, so let's take a closer look at the first part of the observatory. All right, so here we have the pieces of our observatory, and as you can see, it was printed in multiple pieces. Now, depending on what kind of 3D printer you have, specifically how much room you have on your printer, you may be able to print this in more or less pieces. My printer bed, which is the area that it can actually print on, is a bit small, so I had to divide it into smaller chunks. Now, the nice thing is that Printable Scenery has actually pre-done that work for you, and they give you the STL files, which is the type of file you'll need in order to make a 3D print, and they've given them to you in various sizes, so it should fit almost any printer. Now, one of the first things that people always ask is, how much does it cost to 3D print? And that is a very hard question to answer. 3D printers range in price from a few $100s up to tens of thousands. And then the printers themselves, depending on what type of plastic they use and where you buy that plastic, can vary greatly. So, for more details on that, I recommend going to printablescenery.com or going to Google and doing some research. I have a higher end printer that prints with higher quality, but also costs more money. So while I'm able to print very good looking pieces on the scale of miniatures and just incredible detail, at the same time it does cost me a bit more. So this particular project, all of these pieces are complete. The next step is for me to go through and remove some of the debris that I have to take off of my printer, and then glue it all together and prime it. Now, the really cool thing about the Printable Scenery is that these are designed for playing with miniature games. So all the different levels are accessible. You can access them, you can put your miniatures in. Look at the detail on the wood, that's incredible. Now, I did make a mistake on this print and I have to redo it, which is good for us because I'm going to show how easy it is to print a single piece. So we have all these different levels. We have a bunch of different pieces that are going to be painted and glued on, and you can access each of the levels. Now, as you can see, these are solid pieces. And my next level is not solid pieces. That is because this whole piece itself was a little bit too big for my printer, but fortunately, Printable Scenery already broke it down for me, so it does mean I have a little bit more work to do to assemble it, but that's okay. It has banisters, so we can just see these are each individual pieces, and now we are getting down to the bottom level, and it is pretty incredible. So you will be able to take that apart in 1, 2, 3, 4 different levels and place your miniatures in them and do all sorts of wonderful things. I'm very excited for the next part of this project. So I'm gonna go ahead and start working on getting this next print set up, which is going to be our next video of Hobby Top highlighting printable scenery. And then maybe if you guys leave me some comments, when you go to the link below, you can pick which project I'm going to work on after this one. But I'm very excited. Thank you, Printable Scenery. You guys are awesome. Your products are awesome. And your designs are just gorgeous. I mean, look at this. It's just amazing. The stairs and all the wood, all the individuality on it. It's wonderful. All right, so until next time, this has been Aaron from the Cool Guys Nation, and I hope you enjoy this special Hobby Top series.